Happening today, the defueling of the Red Hill Underground Storage Facility begins. KITV4's Robert Buon joins us live from Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam. And Robert, today's defueling comes after months of planning.
Hi, Leah, you're right. Yeah, this day has been anticipated for a long time, and it begins today as the Joint Task Force begins that defueling process, sending fuel to tankers here at Pearl Harbor. So what you're seeing here, how we arrived at this day, the Empire State, that's the name of the oil tanker that's now moored here at Pearl Harbor. It made its way to the islands a couple of weeks ago and was hanging out offshore for a while, awaiting a major procedural step that happened Tuesday. That's when the Hawaii Department of Health granted a conditional approval for the Joint Task Force to begin the defueling process. So when that starts, when the fuel starts to flow today, that begins a complex, highly coordinated, and lengthy process.
It's going to take us into January. Right around January 19th, we'll have multiple ships come into Pearl Harbor to gravity defuel the tanks. When we're complete, there'll still be a little bit of fuel left over, and we'll get after that through what's called a Supplement 3 to discuss how the Navy and the Joint Task Force are going to work transition and how they're going to get after that residual fuel.
So interesting to hear Commander Melendez talking about that. That's still part of the plan that's yet to be decided. Another note of interest, this date specifically hasn't been circled on the calendar for very long, but for good reason. According to the commander, today's start date is actually about 6 months ahead of schedule. He credits the coordination of the Joint Task Force, the coordination they've had with the Hawaii Department of Health and the EPA, who are both integral elements in the oversight of this operation. So that's part of what's going on today. That's going to start the process of moving 104 million gallons of fuel. Obviously, that takes a lot of work and a lot of preparation. And coming up at 5:30, we'll talk to Commander Melendez about some of the specific things that they're doing, what that means as far as the preparation that took to arrive at this day.